And hello, how y'all doing? Hope you're doing all right. Is everything on? Is everything right? Anybody standing in the back? Okay. How y'all doing? There is a poll if you wish to take it in the chat room of our first question of what do you think God is? I didn't put everything because I don't want an answer of everything. What do you think? But those are we can only do 4 options. So is he light energy? You don't know. Is it a man in another realm? Is it a female in another realm? So you can take that poll if you wish. It will stay up through the entirety, and I will do the results at the end.
I love Lucy supervising.
This here, we will give away this tonight, the Golden Tarot.
I have that.
By Cat Black. And Sunday, I will give away the Radiant Wise Tarot. It should be here tomorrow. So this one today, and then the Radiant Wise tomorrow. Jen has both of those, actually. She's got the Cat Black from there.
This is a Cat Black Golden Tarot. Oh, look at the devil right on the bottom. It's beautiful. It's one of my favorite. It's made from collages from Renaissance artwork. It's a beautiful, beautiful deck.
It is a beautiful deck.
And then the one you see Jen use the most, the Radiant Wise, we will be giving that away on Sunday. So y'all be tuned for that too. Anybody got anything you got coming up? So Sunday, we will be on my channel on Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, same time every time. I am going to try to plan another non-political live stream for next week. I have been, so there was 2 live streams that I attended or watched or whatever you want to call it, because I wasn't there. I watched, and both times that I clicked on, I got to the part where they were talking about ego. Both times, by coincidence. And so I figured, well, we'll start there. And how do you overcome ego and that type of thing? So we'll do that one next week. And then how do you overcome fear? And I got some ideas for that one. So I don't know the date exactly. I'll try not to do it so close to when other people are live and all that type of stuff. Because I forgot that it would be kind of a tight squeeze for Tony when she did her live stream. So thank you for showing up here.
Thank you for having me. I love being here with you guys.
I have to go back and watch Tony. I missed it because I was doing readings.
So the House of Lenormand, she's currently still working more than likely. So she'll join us whenever she can or if she feels like it at all. So we're going to go and get started. Oh, I keep looking for my questions. It's in front of me, Mr. Magoo. They're for show only, I guarantee. What is God? Is my question.
What is God?
And like I said, that question is in the poll if you want to take it in the chat here. What is God?
I'm using the Influence of Angels deck tonight.
I love that one too.
Another one of my favorites.
I love the
good
gold
car
deck.
stuff too.
Yeah.
I have to get the big fluff ball off the table. Oh, now she's grumbling at me.
Read cards. Tell her to get her hand up.
Okay.
She was going to pull cards.
He's like, I'm going to throw up in the kitchen again, Mom. Keep messing with me. Don't mess around and find out.
Okay, well that makes sense.
Oh wow!
I was expecting, something else, but okay.
Jeez, Louise.
What does that say?
Interesting.
What does that say?
You need these glasses, Tony?
Tony was like,
because I'm like,
right.
What does that say?
I'm like, what does that say? What? My glasses are dirty.
Mine are, the eyelashes rub them all the time.
So greasy on the inside because of my eyelash. Ooh.
We'll do one more.
That background is
Hey, Becca!
Hi, hello. Sorry I'm late. Hello, Tony. Hello, Adrian and Johnny and Jenny.
Johnny, you should change the background for each question. So like the star.
Please do not tempt a Gemini with that. No, I will do it.
I'm just saying.
Oh, I love that. I feel like I'm on the stage.
I like variety.
Wow.
I think Lucy gave me a furball. Choking on cat fur.
It's like you won't help me read, and you're trying to choke me
She
at
was
the
like,
same time.
okay, see, I told you, Lucy said mess around and find out.
What is God? Vengeance is mine.
I'm saying.
Perfect.
Do you want to pull on that too, Becca, or you want to wait to the next one?
What's the question, Johnny? I'm sorry.
What is God?
Oh, okay.
The backs of those cards are so pretty.
Yeah, beautiful. Is that the look at me.
Do one of these. It's like,
Is that the
but you, who was doing that? Miss Enjoy Tarot was doing that. She was doing her timestamp, and every time she'd pick up her magnifying glass to look at what time it was, I'm like, you better stop that.
Hilarious.
So who wants to go first? You can go, Tony, since you're at the top there.
Oh, okay. So what I got was Time Master. And well, if you think about it, God is time, God is out of time, God is everything. So God is time, and I have eagle. So that is the all seeing, the having sight, having a foresight, and God is the God is the presence of love, intuition, and forgiveness. God is a spirit. God is an energy. God is the source. God is all there is. God is love. God is us. God is you. God is me. We're all God. That's what I got.
Miss Red Lincoln, what you get?
It's very interesting. I pulled two different decks, and I got the balance card for both. God is not one side, not the other. He is not this. It is not a vengeful thing. It is balance. And I thought when I pulled these, I heard my dad used to always tell me, he who has mastered life is the one who has mastered balance. And I was like, that would make sense if that is God energy, because God is the one who has mastered balance.
Yeah.
With that also is non-duality as well. It's a multifaceted thing, and it's not one or the other. And that's why I felt these go together very well. Balance, non-duality, that is spirit energy. It is also, God is an attraction. What usually attracts you? It is light. Darkness does not attract because it's not a sparkly thing, which is why I love that you've got the sparkles in the background. God is light, that attraction, that energy. And so it's an attraction. It's a thing that pulls you to. And I said, if God was a persona, Because, we humans like to put things into personas. What persona would God have? And God has the child divine, the light, the innocence, the benevolence, the light, the playful, the seeing at things as they are and not a perception of what it is, not a judgment on what is. Children don't judge. They just, if you rotund, you rotund, and they tell you you're rotund.
Okay.
Shame or anger behind it is like, you got two chins. And it's like, what? Well, yeah, I have three chins. You're right. So that is, if God was a persona, it would be childlike energy. So that's what I get.
Your father sounds like Buddha.
He can have Buddha-like energy at times, and the other times, pet energy. I'm trying to think what's the opposite of Buddha, like kind of pimp-like energy sometimes. That's Donald Richard. I love him dearly.
Miss Lenormand, what do you get?
I get that there has been a lot of confusion and misunderstanding, perhaps a anthropomorphization of God, making him into this very male dominant figure, very powerful, overbearing, dominating, but that's all a misunderstanding. What he is love, or what it is, I should say, is love. It's generosity. It's caring for one another. It's making sure that our brothers and sisters, our mankind, animals, the environment, everything is taken care of with love and gratitude. So that's what I get.
What'd you get, Jane?
I start out with the page of pinnacles on the bottom, the one that dances, that juggles. I'm the alpha, the omega, the light, the dark, the good, the bad, the masculine, the feminine. He's everything. When we're feeling weary and blocking even, he's the one that can break through for us and nurtures us. When we're harvesting difficult times, he's the one who sends us messages with the Page of Wands and encouragement, and may even give us physical signs of his presence if we're open to it. There's a trapping, like people feel like, they get trapped in their logic about what happens, like when we die and everything. And he's like, I'm there too. I'm there when you're going into other lifetimes. This is his inheritance, his legacy. He is love. And Wheel of Fortune and the Emperor, like he's the one that oversees our destiny, our fates, but also changing our fortunes, changing our karma. He heals.
So then again, I have a divine connection that is quite strong, and I can afford to not be humble on that one, because I am actually quite proud of that. But this in particular thing right here is basically what I focused on. And in the Kojic church, I know they love this one, but it's definitely a Christian church thing, or not specifically, but this is where I learned it. That you have Jehovah Jireh, Jehovah Raphael, Jehovah Tiskanu, Jehovah. So you have all of these things that he can be for you. So he is joy for the joyless. He is healing for the sick. He is, this type of thing. And so, as it pains me to say, because I wanted something more, I don't know, I wanted a different answer, but he literally is everything. It's like joy for the joyless, healing for the sick, that type of thing.
You broke your own rule, Johnny.
Yes.
You said I didn't want to see here everything.
I didn't want it, but he has everything that you could possibly need, and everything you didn't even know you needed. So literally everything.
It's actually quite simple. We complicate it.
We complicate it. And that's why I got that. It's just do it, just go, just be, just it is. Like, stop trying to make it and turn it into something else. Maybe a rock is a rock and not, just be, just it is. Like, it's a mineral. Make it.
And Johnny, isn't that the fool? Isn't that also the hidden source. It's like the full is zero, is
Yes.
the zero. That's the hidden
Yep.
infinite source.
Mhm.
Mhm.
This is the beginning to everybody's journey.
Yeah.
The magician has the infinity symbol over its head too.
And this is the conduit between God and earth,
Mhm.
as he is pointing towards the earth and the heavens. The scroll, the knowledge goes up,
Heavens.
and then you are the conduit in between. So he's everything. Okay, well, I'll accept that, but there you go.
Never seen you look so disappointed before.
I just wanted something like he's a orange or something. Give me like he's a something. Give me a thing that I can go to Walgreens.
Well,
and
it can be that.
Yes, it could.
It can be an orange.
She can be an orange.
She can be an orange. It can be an orange. He can be an
Until you
orange.
get heartburn from the acid reflux, and then not so much.
God, why'd you smite me with this?
Then we'd be like, Jesus, you turned your back on me.
Mhm.
Well, so speaking of which, though, with our spaceship here, we'll keep that background because it goes into the next question. Is there anything beyond space? As Adrian was saying, we see the sparkles. We're not attracted to the dark. So we look up, we see the stars, but that blackness that's there too. Is there anything beyond that? Or is it just goes on forever and ever and ever? If that blew out, I'll take it then.
You like boundaries. You like things defined.
Yeah. Human nature, I guess you want categories for things. And I have preached this exact message to stop trying to take God and put it in a book. Try to something that's bigger than your understanding. You can't narrow it down. So that was me being chastened and rebuked just then. Like, oh no, you don't.
When I said that, the structure card fell out 4 of wands. We like structure.
I have a deck that when I shuffle it does not sound appropriate. And I have to make sure that I shuffle it away from the microphone because I just did it and I forgot. They're like, oh, that's the deck that sounds like it farts. Make sure I don't do that in front of
What's beyond space gas?
Yes. Oh God, I hope nobody heard that. So I'm really sorry if you guys heard it. It was just, it's the cards. It's not me. Sorry. I was just like, oh gosh, I just broke everybody's concentration. Or just my own.
Where's my own? Okay. What you got, Adrian?
What I get is there is something beyond space. And it tells me kind of what it is. It started off when I first got the card, it got opportunity. So I'm like, okay, that definitely tells me there is something beyond space. Wondering if let me keep going. There's opportunity there as well. And there's also stillness. So there is something. It's almost how I vision it is it's not a void, it's space beyond space. There's things, there's matter, there's something else beyond space. I'm almost like, is it the heavens and what we would perceive as the heavens? Is it because also in that same matter, same vein is psychic energy and lots of love? And I'm like, what are the two things what is psychic energy and love? That would be your ancestors that passed, your spirit guides, and that would also be heaven, is what we humans like to define it, love.
Mhm.
So I was like, yes, there is. And it's filled with all of these things. So there's not just you think of space and it's a void. It's a place where it's calm. Because actually also with the calm, I got the healing chaos as well. These actually were side by side. So it is, while we think of, as the scientists say, space is continuing to expand and evolve, and there's all of this chaos, all of this action that's in space, right above that is actually the stillness, the calm, this opportunity, this place for freedom. And in that is so much love. So I would define it almost as the ethers, the heavens, if you will. Not from a religious standpoint, but from an energy standpoint.
Mm. I like that. What you get, Becca?
Is there anything beyond space? Yes. It's new growth. It just keeps growing and growing. Here it says it just keeps expanding. Or it just keeps going and going. It grows, but with love. Here with heart.
Mm-hmm.
So I get a yes.
Jen, what you get?
I start with the card of meditating on the bottom, the Four Swords, and I'm getting it's other dimensions. Like there's other dimensions out there. Our inheritance, where we have support, or we can be grounded, where we can be nurtured, and the world card where we can complete things. But then I get there's chaos and new beginnings and new inspirations, new things coming all the time. The Wheel of Fortune, it's constantly changing. Out of chaos, comes new inspiration where wishes are granted. I just feel like High Priestess, Two of Cups, where if we can go into different dimensions. Thank you, Adventurous Spirit.
Tony, what you get? Oh, I think you're muted.
Universal energy. And I also got what Adrian got, which is stillness. A stillness. This is no one can hear you scream. In space, no one can hear you scream. There is also love, but there are also obstacles and challenges in outer space, beyond space. But eventually, there is balance that can be found. But I think it's balance of light and dark. You have the universe always finds a way to balance itself out. It feels like chaos. And, if you're in a black hole, maybe it is. But the universe does always finds a way to balance things out. So that's what I got.
Well, I started with the stars, so we were on topic there. And I get the Eight of Cups. So it kind of just goes into space. Space is more space after that. Now, when you go beyond, I get what Adrian was saying. Here with your ancestry and the completion of your journey with the World card and the 10 of Pentacles, you're not conscious for that. So that means you are in some other state of energy. You are in some other state of being, or you're dead, basically. But I didn't want to say it that way, but you're in a different state of energy is the way it was given to me. So that's why I'm saying it that way. Because this fleshy body is not meant to last forever. So, but your energy will keep going, for it does not dissipate. So it will keep going and going. That's why I say in a different state of energy. So space itself will go on and on and on, and beyond it is just more space into more space. But beyond that is where the light is, if you will. Okay, I like that answer too.
In Buddhist school, we were taught that your body or meat suit is, just think of it as organic decaying matter.
Because it is. Yeah.
And I was like, that it's organic decaying matter. That's exactly what it is.
I pulled this card too, Adrian, but I was like,
ma'am. I needed his muscular back today.
I was like, I am not showing this card today, but I had to.
Hold on. Let me, wait a minute. Become fan. Oh, I love it.
So, where do angels come from? What are their origin? Where do they come from? We know their purpose. Some of us have experienced them, but where do they come from? You know, sometimes I do wonder too. Maybe I'll save this one for another time. Do they even care? Like angels and ancestors and all this. So do they even care where they come from? Or is that a human thing to always want to understand something?
I think that's what we're here to do, is to try to figure out everything, because, you know, of course it's a classroom here, and, you know, it's in our nature. It was built in, and it's I guess it's no mistake that it's there, because we'd still be in the caves with, you know, no fire if we didn't.
Gotta wonder what's over the hedge. Where do they come from?
Wow.
I get an answer in my head, but not my cards. I mean, one card backs it up, and you can read the tarot one card at a time, but I want it to be a cohesive message, and it's not, but I still get an answer. So whenever you got yours, Tony?
I have no idea what it means. I've got universal energy, intuition, spiritual awareness. These are all sixth chakra cards. They're all sixth chakra cards.
Which is third eye.
It's third eye. It's all. Could they be a human construct?
Because I pulled every deck. None of mine make sense either.
Mine either. I got an answer.
Becca, what did you get?
Yeah.
I get that, and mine's throwing me off too. This right here says that they come from somewhere far, far away where there's an abundance of them, and there's an abundance of happiness and gifts and joy, but that is suspicious. Or it's been manipulated. Do you see what I'm saying? And here it says that journey where there's a whole bunch of them, it's been manipulated. So here it's saying that it's just perhaps energy that's just very uplifting and comforting and makes us happy, but it says it's suspicious. They're manipulated in some way, shape, or form. So maybe it just means that they're able to manipulate themselves, maybe?
Manipulate, transform.
Transform, yeah, like.
But then let me adverse to that. Let me play devil's advocate. That's so devil's advocate talking about angels. Sorry. Okay. Use the bad pun. I get creativity in physical body. Did we create this? Because I also get throat chakra, divine truth. When I pulled my chakra cards, is this a figment of our imagination that we have spoken in truth? But then the rest of my cards say something completely different too. So yeah. You help me make sense of what I got that you're reading.
Thank you, Patty.
Yeah, I don't, like Johnny was saying, it's just so hard to get make something so vast into something we can understand, you know? So
I get around, they've been around for a long, long time, defending and protecting from the devil. Completion, they come from a higher realm, is what I get, but we hold them close to our hearts, to our heart chakra. They bring inspiration, they nurture, and I also get that they come from truth and power.
I got two truth cards too, Jen.
Truth.
So now my cards make a little more, not a lot, but a little more sense. But again, I'm still reading past them, if that makes sense at all. You see the cards themselves. Like this is something tarot can be frustrating about tarot, though. Thank you, Catherine. Is the card has a meaning, but you and your guide are going to go past the meaning into something else. And so that's what's happening here. These are my first two cards. With the moon and the two of swords. When I ask where they come from, I get blockage and mystery. So I think the problem here is, and that's actually one of our questions, but the problem here is we may be attributing something to angels that we do with God that's incorrect. And I think we as humans are looking at it the wrong way. Now, mind you, the purpose or for our needs, it is fine to look at them the way we have been. This in particular question is just saying if you're going to ask where they come from, then you need to look at them differently. Now, for your in particular human life here on earth is fine the way you see them. Because mind you, in the Bible, when an angel appears to a human, the first thing they say is don't be afraid. So that means they may look like something we've never seen. They may be something we've never experienced, whatever the case may be. It's a real mystery where it can come from because I think we're looking at it a different way. Now, that's what those cards were saying. My answer was they come from the light. This is the sun. So they come from the light. Whatever God in source is, it comes from that because they're meant to minister to mankind. So they're not really people in a sense. They don't go to work 9 to 5. They don't have sore backs and achy feet. So they're just meant to make sure that, the semi truck didn't hit you today because you got something to do tomorrow. So they come from the light. That's pretty much where they come from. That was complicated.
That was a good question. I like that.
They're hard questions.
I love it though.
I really like that one. It was confounding.
So this one may be along the same lines. Does free will exist? Because if you have a destiny or a fate, then does your free will exist? Or is something written for you? Like people were saying, and I hate to even bring this up, but people were saying that Donald Trump was meant to be the president in this time so that we all learn something, blah, 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 blah. So did he have a choice in the matter? Did we have a choice in the matter? Did Jesus have a choice to be betrayed by Judas? Did Judas have a choice in betraying Jesus? Do we actually have free will? And at the same time, I can jump out this window if I wanted to. So it's like nothing is technically stopping me. So does it exist?
These are hard questions, Johnny.
Oh, my brain's gonna hurt after this. What'd you get, Becca?
I know, because I was like, Becca got the answer. Cheat.
Yes, no.
Becca's the one I'm going to sit next to you in class. So I
I get a yes. The fish here has to do with independence. So you're free to do whatever you want to do and whatever you're comfortable with. You're still going to end up home, whatever that is. But how you get there, you're free to do it whichever way you want to do it, so long as you're always going to end up here. So it's almost like you do have free will, but it's almost like the corners have already been mapped out for you. Do you see what I'm saying? Like you have this destiny, how you get there, that's where you have your independence. If that makes any sense at all.
Perfect sense.
Mm-hmm.
Tony, what you get?
This is the first card that I drew. So, I mean, it looks like we don't, but in actuality, this person does have free will. All she has to do is shrug out of her confinements. So she has the ability to do that. And the next card I got was the star. So, yeah. And then I pulled some chakra cards, and these are creativity cards. With the base of a first chakra card, which is that push, that creative push, which ends up in a self-esteem situation. So I'd say yes, we do have free will. We don't always feel like we do. We allow ourselves to be bound by fear, by other people's energy, by other people, whatever it is, put whatever it is in the blank. We don't always utilize our free will.
Yep.
What you get, Adrian?
Same thing, that more aligned, like 70% aligned with Becca has, and then 30% aligned with Tony has. We are all on this journey. What's interesting about this journey, though, is that we do have moments where we're moving along. Yes, it's slowly, but we're moving. We're moving because, again, this comes into play. I put this as ego. Our ego determines how we move along on this journey, right? But at the end of the day, when you have the realization to surrender, because like Becca was saying, the four corners, north, south, east, and west are there. They're mapped out. It's how much do you allow the Ace of Cups, the overflow of the emotion, or the ego to guide you along those paths, i.e. what decisions you make, you're still going to end up north, south, east, or west. Mm-hmm. In philosophy, you would call me a soft determinist.
Mm-hmm.
Jen, what'd you get?
Well, I start out with the Two of Pentacles on the bottom again, doing a dance, having options. But I'm like engrossed in my Ace of Wands card on this because it looks like God in the heavens with a pool stick and like a rack, like you rack the pool cues with. And the angel over here is like, what are they shooting pool? What's this like? There's a strategy to it, is what I'm getting. Yeah, it's a learning opportunity. We have all the tools to make our own decisions and bring things to completion with the world in a satisfactory way. We even have free will to choose our family, who we're going to come in with, and even some of the things that are going to discipline us in life, like some of the lessons we're going to learn that we'll have growth opportunities out of. So, yep, victory, free will.
I get it's all encompassing. It starts with choices with the Seven of Cups, and pretty much free will is a series of choices. And the example that's running through my head is let's say, for instance, you want to be a horseback rider or something, what do you call jockey? You want to be a jockey. So you get on a horse, you fall off, you have a traumatic experience. you won't get back on the horse. So you make a decision to no longer go back to this certain place to ride horses anymore. But there was someone there that maybe you were fated at that time that you made the decision to ride horses to meet. You two people go off, you get married, you start a family. Well, now none of that happens because you no longer go back to that place. But it's not like your life stopped. You made a decision to go in this direction. So these in particular options are now going to come your way. So now you're going to go and you're going to run, do race cars or something, whatever the case may be. So it's kind of that butterfly effect type of thing, to where you start in one place and then it'll affect what goes on down the road. If you make a change, if you make a choice, then that changes the outcome of what it is you're going to do next. So yes, you have free will. You write your own destiny. There is something at the end, but whatever you're doing here is constantly changing that in particular thing. And so when you get to the end, it may look different than your beginning because you have made so many different choices and changes. So yes, there is a free will. It's all dependent upon you. So your choices do matter. Okay, makes sense. So next question. Now this one, okay. The progression of humankind has, well, I guess it's not really been that slow. I mean, when you consider how old the earth is and how old humans are, the progression is whatever you want to call it. But what is the question we are not asking for the progression of human beings? Like, what is that thing that we need to unlock? What is that question we need to ask that brings humans forward as a species? Like, do we need to know how to convert wind into water? Or what, what is the question we're not asking?
I go, sir.
Okay. I feel like we're all going to get different answers, and I like that. We need these questions. Becca, what you get?
I get that we need to learn to manage our egos, our ambitions, and make choices that are for the good of all instead of for self-serving or control or power over others. Because that's ambitions and ego. There's mankind here, because I asked about mankind, and making good choices and good decisions. But decisions, this is more like decisions that are ego-driven for the self to gain something over someone else. Power, control, finance, whatever it is. That's what I'm interpreting from this. So,
Jen, what you get?
I get that we block hope, like we don't know how to harvest from hope, and that stops us from completing some things. But on this world card, it's a circle, so it's like once we complete one thing, we start all over, just like the Fool's Journey. I get also moving on from morals and dogma, getting on with it. And then something about the structure of communications with the Page of Wands, something about the structure of how we communicate. with our support. So I'm going to say like our guides with our support people.
Cool.
Support energies, I'll say.
Okay.
Our guides, our angels, divine energy, God, whatever, how we communicate.
Mm-hmm.
It's two things, and it's almost like a quick synopsis of what both Becca and Jen Lynn just said. We need the action to make peace. We're such a ego-driven, war-driven world. We have yet to actually, what actions do we need to take to go sit our little narrow behinds inside and stop letting all the good air out the house? Like that's what we have not done that. It is too profitable. It is too important to be machismo, and we have not actually entertained what is the ultimate to that.
Mm-hmm.
In the same vein, the courage to surrender. Stop, like Jen was saying, stop always trying to do the next go. Sometimes there's certain things we need to surrender to. And those are the two things that we should probably start. Could y'all hear a damn word I said?
Yes.
You guys?
Yes.
Because my mic says it's muted, but it doesn't say. Okay, I'm so sorry. Because I was like, and I thought you guys were being polite and nodding like we.
Is she okay?
You have a whole testimony and nobody heard it. I'm gonna stop talking now.
We would have told you, Adrian, if you were muted.
That man from King of the Hill, did you can't understand nothing he said?
Oh my God, I feel like such a jerk.
Well, Tony, what'd you get?
So I got 3 7s. And I think this is like a message for there's patience and planning. Maybe I have no idea. This is all 7s, and all I can think of what's coming through is the chakras. Are we paying attention to our chakras? Because this keeps saying we have the crown chakra. We've got to make a connection, be connected to source energy, and divine consciousness. And I mean, as far as the questions that we aren't asking, there are a lot of them. And it's all about destiny.
Mm-hmm.
And the 3 7s kind of threw me. I was like, why did I get all 7s? But I just keep thinking that it's because of the chakras. We're not too many people, I guess, are not paying enough attention to their inner world, and it's all about grasping at things outside yourself, constantly grabbing money and power and things and belongings and all that stuff that we love as human beings. But our destiny is to really be in tune with the universe and our crown chakras.
Awesome.
Yep.
So I get that there needs to be, the question is, how do you unlock access to the other side? Like physically. How do you, because I get my death card and then the 10 of swords. 10 of swords is necessary to let me know that death means death, because this means change. So this comes along, this means that, okay, this actually means death. We're talking about death. So then I have the 10 of Pentacles, which means your ancestry. So how do you unlock the other side? How do you unlock those who are over? So what basically this is saying, because I got this is my God card, and then this is my angel card. So what we need is a physical thing, like a machine or something that we can hear from the other side, that we can see, that we can write, that we can put into human terms and a human understanding about the other side. That would then awaken everybody's third eye and crown. And then next thing you know, we have a little more, not that bad people will go away, evil is within us, but we do have people who are more conscious that there is an energy elsewhere, instead of just walking around like, we don't give a crap about nothing. there is another side. There is an other side. There is another light. There is another energy. You don't just go put in the ground and then boom, you're done. So it's saying to learn how to unlock the other side, not just unlock access to God, but like to lower the veil, if you will, to where we can get direct access to the other side.
So Johnny, when you said like a machine, would that include like divination tools, or are you talking more a machine like that video that Jenny had sent us with the spirit box?
It would need to be proof. So like this can be debated and debated. Mm-hmm. But when you turn on a light switch, there's electricity somewhere. If the light comes on. So there's your proof that there's electricity somewhere. So if you get this machine or this whatever that you can't then immediately debunk or have 1,000 questions that they can't answer, then that's the kind of thing I'm talking about. Like we need something that we can prove that there's something on the other side.
Okay, I get it now.
So that we don't have a wonder and, you know, half of us aren't agnostic because of this and that, but it's anyway. Because I was going down a whole nother street just then.
I was along for the ride, Johnny. Keep going.
I already get accused of being anti-religion, so I don't want to go there. So is love the answer, or is life more complicated than that? Do we really just need to love one another more, or is life more complicated than that? Hate is easy. So is love, but is that the answer?
If I pull this thing card one more time tonight, come up in just about every spread.
Is that your 2 of Pentacles?
No, the 9 of Wands.
Oh, so I'm definitely going to have to do that live stream about ego, it looks like.
That is so interesting.
Becca, what you get?
I get to journey away from very heated arguments. Step away from very heated arguments and make your way towards where there's a lot of energy, like good energy. Step away from this. So I would say yes, but it's almost like yes, but there's a different kind of energy that may be in alignment with it or running parallel to it that is not exactly like love how we would understand it, if that makes any sense at all.
Yeah,
I'm trying to say.
Jim, what you get?
I guess it's more than just love. It's also the bond, the connection, as well as, defending and protecting our karma, our destiny, our fortunes. But I get King of Swords, King of Wands, like our creative opportunities, our actions, our discipline, our work that we do. So it needs to be in everything that we do. And we don't bring love into everything. Thank you, Silver. We need to be bringing it into everything because there's a learning opportunity that we still, we're just kind of getting by right now. We aren't embracing it. It's a source of strength for us when we go through trials and tribulations, but we also we cast too much judgment on each other is what I'm getting. Judgment and justice. We need to move on from that. Six of Pentacles, sharing time, sharing information. We've got all the tools. And then the world completion again. It's the connection and bringing it into every action we do, every thought we have, everything. It's not just we don't walk the walk and talk the talk.
Tony, what'd you get?
The first card I pulled was hope. So, I mean, that right there, I was going to stop because that says it all. This is in the Rider-Waite, this is the star. And it is a balance card of all the chakras because that's what appears on the star. And like Len, like Jen Lin, I picked the beloved. So there's a love between one another, and love each other with the love of a child, with that childlike innocence and wonder and what is it, unconditional kind of love, unless somebody mistreats you. But it's an endless, because the drum is round, it has no end, just like a ring, anything circular, it's eternal. And so yes, it exists. Love is the answer. That's what I got.
Adrian, what you get?
It can be. It all depends on our relationships, because I get the actual relationship card with the sacral chakra, and I get the lover's card. So how do we treat each other? Do we view each other in a high esteem? What are our relationships? And if we manifest and create those, then love can always be the antidote.
I get there is a strategy that is needed to maintain security. Love is the salve, it is not the cure. So it is part of the overall strategy. You don't just need it and then nothing else. Because yes, if you love people more, then you tend to be more compassionate. You'll tend to be more forgiving. You'll tend to be more whatever. But I do get, like Becca was saying, there needs to be walking away from confrontation, walking away from the devil. Now, the devil is in us, as we are the best things on earth and the worst things on earth, all by decision. But that is something that you need to, I guess, sort of put out in the cold, if you will. You need to take that part of yourself and throw it out. But you need to do this on a daily basis, and it gets easier and easier the better of a person you are. But if you are more self-centered, if you are more ego-driven, if you are whatever the case may be, then it is harder for you to maintain the correct capacity of love that you need to share with other people. You can love yourself a whole bunch, but it is going to be hard for you to love other people because you have not thrown it out yet. You have not thrown out that person that wants to just get and get and get and take and take and take. But here with the magician, you need to be more like the magician and less like the devil. Be the conduit between the ultimate love, which is God, the all-encompassing, like I said before, that thing that is the sick for, or the healing for the sick and so forth. Be that conduit on earth, and then we will approach each other with this kind of energy, this up here type of energy. We will approach each other down here with that type of energy, with a pureness, even, if you will. But it starts with love, though, and then you compound upon it all the things that you need to in order to exist in this world. If that makes sense. Okay, now speaking of the conduit, I love this question. Do spirits, do gods, goddesses, angels, whatever is in your particular culture, your in particular religion, do they work together at all for the greater good of us here? Does Buddha and Jesus work together? Does God and Shiva work together? Whatever your culture says, Quetzalcoatl, whoever it is, do they all work together? 'Cause even if you believe in nothing, nothing becomes something once you believe in it. So it does all work together.
My guys are getting a sense of humor. I just heard Jesus, Buddha, and Durga walked into a bar. Like, okay.
That's funny.
Jesus said, "Y'all got any figs?" They said no, and then he turned the table over. He's known for that type of thing.
Money changers.
You better be careful. He killed the whole tree because it didn't have nothing.
Mm-mm.
Watch your step. Interesting. Okay. What you get, Adrian? Did you got yours already? Okay.
I'd be the worst person for you to call on first.
Becca, what you get? You got it laid out.
It starts off with here with some sort of desire for our spirituality or our own personal growth, how we're rooted in our beliefs, but it's been manipulated and so convoluted that we just don't understand it. Maybe the way that we try to understand it, like my guides are working with your guides who are working with those angels. So no, it's looking like it's more for the individual and their growth here.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see what I'm saying? Like they have, I don't know if I should use the word responsibility, but like that's almost like their task. Their job is your personal growth, your life, your karma. And it's just convoluted here with these. Do you see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I get.
Jen, what you get?
I start with the strategy on the bottom. I get the magician, like, bringing all the tools together, and Ace of Pentacles, a new opportunity, and it's a job. Yeah, that's my new job card. They're having fun with me on this one. A part of the journey to move us forward is bringing together, the discipline of the King of Swords and the Queen of Wands, the openness and honesty and creativity of the Queen of Wands, that brings us forward into completion. So we have options, but there is strength in numbers. Like they return to us again and again and again. And then I've got Queen of Cups, the nurturing, Queen of Pentacles, keeping us grounded. Three of Pentacles, collaborating together. Three of Cups, which is celebrating and supporting us and bringing us to higher ground. So, yes, I think they do collaborate.
Tony, what you get?
So, in the first position of thoughts and ideas and everything, we have divine consciousness, which is it's all of the deities together. I believe they have compassion with and they really work on our heart chakras to pull us together. As far as working together, the fifth chakra, the throat chakra of and truth and compassion, basically truth in communication. Yes, they communicate with each other. That's what I'm getting through all of the energy that exists because of what we create, and we created them. So yes, they speak to each other through the third eye, and I think they speak to each other because of us, through us, and through our consciousness. They are able to band together in ways that we don't know about in order to get the message across. It's hard because we're ignorant and hard-headed. So yes, they have to band together in order to get the message across. That's what I got.
Because we do act extra sometimes. Absolutely act extra. Absolutely. It starts off with ancestral wisdom. So that is an absolute yes to me. All the things coming together that are more knowing than we are. There's also the acceptance card. They have accepted that as their contract to be here to do whatever it is on our behalf. The biggest lie that we tell ourselves is there's separate religion, separate beliefs. They're like, no, that doesn't exist. We are all the same in essence, doing and working for the same. So that's what I get.
So I get a yes to the question. It starts with the high priestess. The high priestess in the tarot is actually Mother Mary. And I have the Empress. There is a goddess of creation. I have an emperor. There is a god of command, if you will. There is a like Olodumare. He is here, and then everybody else are like God, and then there's all the angels. Like you have the head chief in charge, and then he has all his people to minister to you. Then there is a supportive soul. There is a supportive role. There is angels. There are, I don't know what that word is, but it flashed, so it'll make sense in my life one day. I can't even tell you what it was. There's people here, so I get a bunch of people, and then this tower was interesting too. The Eye of Horus is on it too. Horus is fictional. But the story of Jesus kind of runs alongside the story of Horus, the Immaculate Conception thing. But there is sort of a spirit for everything, if you will, even destruction, even taking something down in your life that doesn't belong, that you don't need, that is doing you harm, not tearing down your life. So, because I will say this just as an aside, not in this reading. I have never been a person who ever preached nor taught a person that God tests you. I don't believe that. I've never believed that God tests you or puts stuff in your life to test you, because not everybody passes those tests. So what if you say, oh, I have this horrible disease and God is just testing me to see how strong I am? What if you don't get cured? Or what if you feel so weak that you take your own life, type of thing? Like, is that, I just feel like that's very childish for you to attribute to God to put stuff in your life to make you upset. I just think life happens to everybody, and it's not a God thing. It's just, it happens. I mean, if you're down here, you're going to have trouble. The end. Actually, I'm going to skip that one. So, Jen, explain, because I text you. I didn't know what a stone circle was, or if I was overthinking it.
Stone circles, like Stonehenge.
Okay. Are they portals?
Are they portals? Because like I've had some really unique experiences in stone circles in England and Ireland, and feeling like sinking into the earth, and then feeling like I'm lifting out into another dimension of timelessness. So I'm just curious, are because they're aligned a lot of times, with our
the constellations.
Constellations, thank you. But are they portals? Are they gateways?
Oh, that made no sense. Let's try another deck.
I don't. Thank you, Riley's. Riley's G-Ma. I Okay, so I'll say this and then see if y'all make sense to it. They get a yes with the Ace of Swords, but there's something about it that's purity with the Fool and the Six of Cups. There's something about it that is meant for white light type energy or white light type interactions. It's not meant for corruption. It's not meant, so it's not a portal to like the underworld or to Hades or the devil or nothing like. It's like there's something innocent about it though, and I get a really strong sense of that part, like the innocence part, because I don't exactly know why, but that's what I get.
Some blossoming and delight is what I get. A place of happy to go to do something good, not a let's go conjure up some negative energy kind of thing.
Okay, maybe that's what it is. I'm like, what's this innocence about? Okay. Tony, what you get?
I got
Yes. No, not Woo!
okay.
You coming undone.
What is that, Tony? For those of us that can't see.
That's Adrian's boyfriend on that.
Oh,
Get the fan out, Adrian.
That man's back. What I would do with a jar
Oh,
of
I can't
mayonnaise,
believe it.
that man's back.
So in the thoughts and ideas position, there's creativity. So these are man-made circles, of course. And it was I think they were made intuitively. They were guided to make them through dreams, and now they are present. And I think that this is I don't really know why this card came. I think it's just for Adrian, but I think that yes, there are the presence of portals. It is a yes.
Well, a rock would be a firm foundation.
You like it's back.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
There's
Chisel.
mountains behind it. Rebecca, what you get?
I gotta know. And I'm gonna shut up now.
what did you get?
I gotta know, so I'm just gonna shut up now.
You got man, snake, dog.
Child snake dog. It's not innocent. It's not real. It's something that we put all our trust into, but it's not what it appears to be. So I'm gonna say no. But that's what I said. I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut. Okay. Just
Oh,
forget I said that. Skip over me.
yeah.
You're allowed to get different things.
You're
man.
allowed to, yeah.
It's not that kind of channel.
Well,
Jen,
Who
what you
knows
get?
for real? Come on.
I get it's a mystery, that this death card on this deck looks like a portal. It's got the tunnel on it. It's like a way of sharing, seeking answers to our questions. There is a timelessness to it also connecting to the stars and the heavens. But there's something else like conflicting with it. I'm trying to understand that, and I got a whole bunch of people, all the kings and queens coming up, but I do get it's a yes, like it's a form of a portal. But I also had the Fool and the Ace of Pentacles, like it's a little bit of a leap of faith and a certain innocence with it. But all these people showing up, maybe because they're man-made. It definitely takes a discipline, and King of Swords, King of Wands, King of Pentacles, and King Knight of Swords here. Got almost all the kings here.
Maybe they
What'd you
don't.
get, Johnny?
I got yes. There was something for innocence. That's
Oh, that's right. You had the Fool card too.
Okay, so we're going to do one more, and then we're going to do a giveaway for the Golden Tarot. And then on Sunday, we are going to give away the Radiant Wise Tarot. So y'all stay tuned for that there. And Sunday will be on my channel, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
It's this one.
Yes,
Radiant Ways.
that one we will be giving away on Sunday. So the last question, this is for fun. If you were to hit the lottery, like $100 million, out the people in your family outside of your household, how would they react to you? Would they all of a sudden be like, "Oh my God, I remember you. I knew you since you were 3," and all these good things?
Johnny, you know.
See him. I get that scratch off and it's at 100 million. Y'all never hear from my black behind. Not
Oh, Lord.
I could use a couple bucks.
My family's so freaking big with cousins because my dad was in a family of 10 kids. It's like, oh my God.
My aunt's husband died and left her like, I think $6 million or something like that.
Wow.
Everybody she ever talked to in the past 30 years was at her house because my mother was helping her with her grieving because they were all close. And then next thing you know, oh my goodness, I'm so sad for you. Hey, can I get
I got a good
grade. I loaned you $5.
And then my mother's like, this rusty bitch don't get out of here. Always want something.
I've got an opportunity for you.
Becca, what you get?
I wouldn't tell anybody, but it looks like Peanut might tell the family.
Damn it, Peanut.
Peanut would rat us out. I don't know. It looks like he would just tell the family. So, and the question was, how would people react? Well, I'm not sure. I guess it would only stay within the family. So Peanut can't keep a secret, y'all.
No surprise parties for you.
Jen, what you get?
Well, I start with the 6 of Pentacles on the bottom. Everybody looking for a handout in charity. And, this is their strategy because they need support. And, they even those that have turned their back on me, which would be the Republican ones, have turned their back on me, would be coming and looking like, look, no, I need some of that harvest. Well, this would be me like, oh, hell no. But the whole family's looking to get in that boat. Look at this 7 of Swords or 6 of Swords. It's like so many people in that boat.
It is.
Oh my God.
It's like they all want in that boat.
Well, they all coming with you. That is hilarious. They're going to see me, Queen of Pentacles, as this heifer with all the money. Here's the part that's hilarious. They're going to be so confused as to why they're not getting any. In the 7 of Pentacles. And at first I was like, that doesn't make sense. Why would they be confused? And I go, oh, it makes sense to me. I'm always the one that gives the shirt off my back while I'm butt naked and I have nothing. So they would be so freaking surprised that I came into money and I'm not giving them any. And it would be to them in their mind such a departure from character. And I would need to remind them that I like nice things. So no, they're never going to hear from me again because I'm going to go off and buy all the nice things and for once keep the shirt on my back.
I need a whole new wardrobe because I've been away to all of y'all.
And all the plastic surgery. You know how many of these? I would immediately get 8 of these pins.
Shut up.
Tony, what you get?
So you got people coming out of the woodwork around. They're
The
just,
lower world,
I mean,
too.
relatives coming out of their graves to come and see you.
Oh Lord.
That is hilarious.
Go, remember when we were children and we said one day when we got rich, we'd be together, we'd do all this stuff together. So now you got all this money. So don't you want to forgive me for anything I did? I love you. That's what I get.
It's very interesting. I got this half the reading is saying one thing, and then half is saying what I expected. Well, I actually expect both. There is retirement of my world. So here's the King of Swords, so that is me, and then my world, as in the people in it. So then you have like my brother and my sister, and then all my nieces. That's 6 people. Then of course you got Jen, Becca, Adrian, Tony, right? And then outside of that, I don't know nobody else. There's a few people in Florida and so forth, you know.
But Johnny, you forgot Artie and Lucy and Moosey.
No, that is Jen's responsibility, not mine. That is Jen's. I do not have pets on purpose. You find a way to pay him, but there's some sacrifice there. So there would be, and mind you, $100 million is not much of a sacrifice, but still, there's some self-sacrifice there that you would make sure that the people who like you, you make sure that they're okay. And then the 5 of Wands, the conflict with the rich person, 9 of Pentacles. And then the Knight of Cups. That's the false knight I always said. You remember when? And oh my goodness, I used to take care of you. I changed your diaper. Well, you can have the shit, I'll keep the money. How about that? Because then you have the Fool.
That's on that.
And it's like, these are new people. These are people you ain't heard of. They ain't said boo to you in the past 20 years. And now all of a sudden you got Ed McMahon money, and then they think they know. That's the Blue Mountain. And so I am quite convinced, because here with the 8 of Wands, there's a lot of talking, a lot of, hey, hey, can you help me out? I knew your mama. Well, okay, that's good. She worked in a public place. A lot of people know who she is. But speaking of sacrifice, I shall send this to you. So right now, down in the comment sections, if you will put a number 1 through 100, I got it in my head, meets. So if you put it 1 through 100, I will send this to you if you send me your address and name today. So right now, Larry girl, I ain't playing with you no more. I tell you.
He beat me to
Lucky
it.
girl.
Something ridiculous as well.
That was funny. That was funny.
First person I see is the one who wins.
She was
First
just waiting
person
on this.
I know she was right on it too. We're getting close. I know some psychics out there. Y'all know what else. Roberto is not 51. Choose something else. I'll help you out. Oh, there it is. Riley's Gmail. It's 17.
All right. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Yay.
Awesome.
So Riley's Gmail, send me your address and your name, and I will send this to you. And it's got a book and all that good stuff in there in case you don't read Tarots. So thank you to Shining Hog Healing, Red Lantern Healing, Becca Healing, and Jen Lynn Healing for joining me today. For joining me today. I will see y'all on Sunday where we will give away another deck. And don't worry if you don't ever win. We do it every single month. So we will be doing it until I die. So I will see y'all on Sunday, and then I'll probably have some more updates on future live streams. Let me end the poll. It looks like light and energy. What is God? Light and energy has won. So I will go with that. So I will see y'all on Sunday.